I believe I saw during the coin toss that Hopkins was going to get the ball first, but I could have read that wrong, so we'll see what happens when they put the ball down. Again, Hopkins is in the yellow helmets and Gibbes is in the green helmets. Gibbes will kick off to Hopkins to start this game off. Just about to get started with the opening kickoff. Get this first round of the playoffs started. Sorry, I lost track of the ball there. It was a shorter kickoff, and it was taken to the other side of the 50. It'll be on Gibbs' side of the field at the 48-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Well, Hopkins will start this opening drive. Quarterback will keep this run, and he's going up behind the lines, and he was able to get away from the tackles, but it ends up being a short game, but a game nonetheless. I think they're going to give him 2 yards on that run. So it'll be 2nd down at about 8. Another run play, this one a traditional handoff, but he's met in the backfield almost immediately. And that'll be a loss of about 4 yards as he's tackled right back at around midfield at the 50. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 12. So 3rd down and 12, right at midfield. Need to get to the 38 for 1st down. Run straight up the middle and probably gained about 5 on the play, right to about the 45. That'll still leave the 4th down and about 7 or so. We gonna rock this place, we gonna rock it now, we gonna rock right through your neighborhood. We gonna rock this place, whistles are being blown. We gonna rock right through your neighborhood. I'm not quite sure why. I think they're bringing a Gibbs player off the field for an injury evaluation. Now that that's settled, we will get ready for play again. Again, 4th down and 7, right at around the 45 on Hopkins' first drive of this game. And a flag has been thrown. I believe a receiver for Hopkins moved at the end of the line. And that is what they're going to call. So that'll basically negate the game of the last play. Oh, apparently we're going to have some commentary. I'll try my best to fill in the holes of what he doesn't say. So that'll bring up 4th down at about 12 again. Again, the ball right at around midfield. This opening drive has taken about 2 minutes so far of the opening quarter, down to 5:56 and counting. Again, game just started. This is the first drive. And Hopkins is just going to punt it. And it takes a pretty good Hopkins bounce, and it's going to be down right at around the 28-29 yard line. I think they're going to put it at the 28. And that's where Gibbes...
Heyward-Gibbes take over possession on the 28-yard line.
As I said, Gibbes will take over at the 28 for their first possession of the game. Again, no score. Just have one drive. All right, now the clock's saying 5:36 in the first quarter. First down and 10 out of 28 for Gibbes. And Gibbes is going to throw it in his first attempt, and that's intercepted by Hopkins. It's a great start defensively for Hopkins. That was intercepted and brought back to about the 31, maybe.
Interception by Hopkins.
So the offense will come right back on the field. Say again, they put the ball right around the 32. Not the most conventional way to move the ball, but Hopkins will take it nonetheless. First down and 10 for Hopkins after the defensive interception. A run straight up the middle and a nice gain on the play. He's gotten down to about the 32. It's a big gain of about 4 on the play. Bring down second down at about 6. Little mishandle of the exchange, but able to get it off cleanly, and another run. And this one is right at around the first down marker. I think they will give him the first down. Ball's now at about the 21. That will be enough for a first down. They have to just officially move the chains. So it'll be first down and 10 for Hopkins from there. Down to 4:11 and counting left in the first quarter. And there was a bit of fumble on the snap. The quarterback just picks it up and ends up losing yards. Lost probably about 5 on the play. Back at about the 26. So a loss of 5 on that fumbled exchange in the backfield. So it'll be second down at about 15. So second down at about 15 now after the bad snap. Another run play up the middle, and the play will gain about the same amount of yards that they lost on the last play, almost back to the original line of scrimmage, right at around the 21, and that's exactly where they're going to put it. So it'll be third down and 10 from there. Third down and 10, and first throw attempt, and there is a wide open receiver, and Hopkins is going to score a touchdown. So Hopkins takes the lead. Hopkins takes the lead after their defense set them up nicely after the interception. So it'll be 6-0 right now with a 2-point conversion up and coming. My camera's here. Hopkins will try and go for 2. Quarterback will keep and run straight up the gut, and he's not going to get there. So the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, but Hopkins does get the touchdown.
2-point conversion is no good. 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. Hopkins 6, Gibbs nothing.
As the voice is so kindly pointed out, it's now 6-0 with 2:29 left in the quarter. They'll try and fill in the gaps around the voice. Ready for the next kickoff. Little squib kick picked up at around the 40-yard line. And there's a fumble. I think Gibbs was able to jump back on it after the nice tackle from Hopkins, but Gibbs will maintain this possession. The ball is at around the 46-yard line. So Gibbs will keep the ball. And this is their second possession, but they only ran one play on the first one before Hopkins picked them off. So it'll be first down and 10 for Gibbs, right at around their own 46. Now down 6-0. So they'll pitch him to the backfield with a running play and gains about 2 yards. However, a flag was thrown early on in that play. I'm not sure there was an illegal procedure or something of that ilk. So I'm not sure if that play is going to count. We'll see what the flag is. As it stands right now, it was a gain of about 2. Refs are still talking about it. And it is an illegal procedure penalty on Gibbs. So there was obviously something not right with that formation, I'm guessing. So that will push the ball back. So that gain of 2 will not count. They're going to push the ball back hold that thought, to the 41-yard line. So push them back about 5 yards or so. So it will be second down at about 15 after the penalty. Or first down and 15, excuse me. That's right, the play didn't count, so the down didn't count. First down and 15. And this one, a straight handoff, but that running back's in trouble. And there's going to be a big tackle for loss for the Hopkins defense. Tackled at around the 30. Oh, it's a big loss of almost around 10 on the play. So it'll be third down, or second down, and really long. Second down at about 25, I'd say, because they need to get to Hopkins 44 to get a first down. So you can do the math if you want. So Hopkins defense coming out strong start here in the first quarter. We're down to about 1:05 left in this first quarter. Another whistle and flag was thrown. I think somebody probably twitched. We'll see who jumped first. And they're calling it on Gibbs, which will push him back even further. Gibbs going the wrong direction now. So that'll march the ball back even further. They're going to put it at around the 26. I'm not even going to try and calculate the down and distance because it's a long way away. We'll just say it's second down and very long. And this time they're going to try and throw for it, and there is an open receiver, and there's a lot of room for the runner to run. And nobody's going to catch him. So on a second down and forever, Gibbs was able to get a nice
slide with the pass across the middle. Touchdown Eagles.
That will tie the game up at 6 apiece. And now Gibbs will go for 2 to try and take the lead after Hopkins was unsuccessful with their 2-point conversion. It was a low snap, and that was just set it off straight from the start. So that
2-point conversion is no good. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Hopkins 6, Gibbs 6.
What he said. Except I will clarify, there's actually 30.5 seconds left, not 30. Say the bad snap on that 2-point conversion doomed it from the start. So we are still tied, 6 apiece. Right at the end of the first quarter. We're just resetting for the kickoff.
Good job until we finish that play.
Some late players running onto the field. We're getting ready for Gibbs to kick it back off to Hopkins. And that ball bounces all the way to the 30 before it's picked up by Hopkins. And there's a nice lead for the returner. But he will be tackled on Gibbs' side of the field, a little past the 40. I think they're going to put it around the 38-yard line. And that's where Hopkins will start this next drive with now a tied game, 6-6, with 23.7 seconds left in the first quarter. This will be first down and 10, right at around the 37. Another run play, and there's a nice lane for the runner on the left side, and he's still going. He's twisting away from some defenders, and he'll take it all the way down, still pushing people. He'll take it all the way down to past the 15-yard line. Nice run there. They're going to put it right at around the 13. So they first down and 10 for Hopkins from there after a nice run on first
Holding
down.
on Hopkins.
Oh, I did not see that flag, so we will thank the voice from above for informing me of that. So that play will not count. And I'll probably push them back to about the 40. I did not see the flag thrown. So first down and about 20 now after that holding call. They're going to try the similar play. This one is not nearly as successful. In fact, I think they're going to lose yardage. And I think they called as forward progress stopped after a loss of 1. So now the ball will be pushed back to 46. So it was a loss of 1, so now it'll be second down at about 21 for Hopkins once the second quarter starts. You heard the buzzer. The first quarter's now over, so we'll just switch sides of the field. Luckily, we're near midfield, so they don't have to go very far. So at the end of the first quarter, Hopkins and Gibbes are tied at 6. Okay, we're getting ready to line up to start the second quarter. Hopkins has a second and long, probably caught about 21 after the holding penalty and the on first down and a tackle for loss on second down.
Hey, who's going to be a monster?
And the quarterback will keep it, but he's surrounded by Green. And he'll work to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's where essentially he'll get to. So no gain on the play, so now it'll be third down to about 21.
Watch the way.
We got the one. We got the spirit. Yeah, we got the spirit. Yeah, we got the one. We got the spirit. Yeah, we got the spirit.
This time Hopkins is going to try and throw for it. There's a receiver running down the field. But that was a nice play on the defense of the secondary, and he was able to bat it down. So it falls incomplete at the end of the day.
Incomplete pass, 4th and long, Hopkins.
So that play looked like it was promising, but a nice defensive play. Falls incomplete, so 4th down at about 21. Wouldn't surprise me if Hopkins just tried to punt it away and pin Gibbes back deep. Worked in their favor last time, because that's what happened on the first drive of the game, and Hopkins was able to get an interception. And that is what they'll do. Kick. Takes a Gibbes bounce. It rolls back around to the 35-yard line. So that's where Gibbes will take over. And again, a tied game, 6-6.
6:49 in the second quarter. Hopkins 6, Gibbes 6. Please make sure you visit our concession stand. All proceeds go to the Heyward-Gibbes Middle School football team.
Just about to say how much time was left before the voice from above interjected. First down and 10. They've actually put the ball at around the 36, so not quite the 35. But it's still first down and 10 from there. And they're going to try and throw for it, Gibbes, and he's got a lot of time to work with, but now it's running out and he's just to take off and run. And he'll run for a short game of about 2 or maybe 3, I'd say. Right at around the 39, so call it a gain of 3, so it'll be second down at about 7 from there. Again, Gibbes is going to try and throw for it. At least that's what he's lining up for. And again, he'll just take off and run. It's actually worked out in their favor because they were able to get the first down right out around midfield. So it'll be first, a new set of downs for
Slide home run down the sideline.
They are going to put the ball right at midfield. So it'll be first down and 10 for Gibbes from there. And this one's a running play. And a new Heyward-Gibbes tackles in the backfield. It ends up being a short gain for Gibbs. They blow the play dead after a gain of 2. Now they're on Hopkins' side of the field at the 48-yard line. So he's second down and about 8. Down to 5:15 and counting left in this half. Again, we're still tied at 6 apiece. Second down and about 8. Another run play straight up the middle. Probably gained about 4 or 5 on the play. It'll be third down and about 3. Actually, they're going to mark him a little further back than I thought, so that would be a third down and about 4, right at around the 44. Gibbs trying to go quickly here, it looks like. It's going to be third down and about 4. And it looks like the quarterback wants to throw again, but will take off running again. A lot of dancing around, but will not get very far. I think he did end up gaining a yard on the play. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, I think they're going to mark it again at the 44, so no gain ended up on that play. So it'll be fourth down and 4 now for Gibbs. Low snap, quarterback had to go down to get it, and in the process, his knee hit the ground. So that will count as being down. So an unconventional way to get a turnover on downs, but
turnover on downs.
Hopkins will not complain. That will put the ball at around the 48 for Hopkins when they take over on offense. So that bad snap, or low snap, caused the quarterback to have to go down to his knees to get it, causing the play that he did. So Hopkins gets the defensive stop they needed. And we'll have 3:36 to work with left in the half with a running clock now to see if they can get on the board before halftime. The quarterback will keep it. He's got a nice hole to run around. He's still going along the sideline. See, can he make it all the way to the end zone? And he will. So on one play, Hopkins is able to retake the lead with a touchdown.
Touchdown Hopkins.
With a keeper by the quarterback. So now they're up 12-6, and they will attempt to go for 2. Zoom in a little bit. Hopkins will try for the 2-point conversion after the touchdown, and they'll try to throw for it, and it slipped through the receiver's hands. They couldn't quite corral it. So the 2-point conversion
3:11 to go in the second quarter. Hopkins 12, Gibbs 6.
So it's now 12-6. As you heard the announcer say, there's 3:11 left in the half. But Hopkins has regained the lead. Hopkins set to kick it back to Gibbs. The kickoff bounces to out the 40 when it hits the receiver. Hits the returner, excuse me. And he just has to jump on it to keep from a turnover. And it picks it up around the 43-yard line, it appears. And that is where Gibbs will take over. Down to 3:08 left in the half. Hopkins up 12-6. They have officially placed the ball at the 43. Anyone's keeping tabs. So it'll be first and 10 for Gibbs from there. This one's another run play. He's able to get around the first line of defenders and then a brutal tackle right at around the line of scrimmage. So that will end up being no gain on the play. So that'll be second down and 10. It's second down 10 now. 2:15 and counting until halftime. They're going to try and throw it again. Again, the quarterback can find no one to throw to, and will just get what he can and ends up getting a maybe 1 yard, except it doesn't look like they're even going to get on that. So it looks like another gain of nothing. No gain on the play. That's a better way to phrase it. Actually, they did give him a yard. Excuse me. So we're with third down and 9 now. And I hear a whistle. I believe the timeout has been called, and it has been. So I think Gibbs is going to talk it over before this third down play. Down to a minute 36 in the half. Again, Hopkins is leading 12-6 now in this first round of the playoffs. Again, this is a win-or-go-home scenario, so the winner will move on to the next round of the playoffs, and the loser's season will be done. Put what's at stake in perspective. After timeout again, it's a third down and 9 for Gibbs. The ball is at around the 44-yard line on their own side of the field. And again, the quarterback's looking to run, but Hopkins got in the backfield in a hurry. But again, he's just going to try and get what he can, and he's able to get through a lot of the tackles. But I don't think he's going to get to the first down, and he won't. But it was a nice pickup nonetheless. Gained about 5. Right at around the 49-yard line is where they're going to put it. So it'll be a fourth down and about 4, maybe 5. I think it's closer to 4, though. That's what I'm going to say, 4th and 4. So another fourth down attempt for Gibbs. See if Hopkins can get another stop. And the runner is handed off in the backfield, but will not get it. I believe he fumbled at the end, but since it was a fourth down, it really won't matter. The Gibbs receiver picked it up and run with it, but they're blowing the play dead. I don't believe you can fumble a ball forward. I do not know all the rules, but I don't think you can do that. So they are marking it down short of the first down marker, which is the important part. That means it was a turnover on downs, and Hopkins will get the ball back, I believe. That's what they're calling. That play was a little confusing at the end because of the fumble, but I do believe that Hopkins will get the ball back. The timeout, I believe, has been called before this change of possession by Hopkins, because they now have 59.7 seconds left to work with. Again, Hopkins up 12-6. Right at around midfield is where they have the ball. Actually, it's on Gibbs' side of the field. It's actually at the 49. It is first down and 10 for Hopkins, so they will have less than a minute to work with. First down and 10 for Hopkins after the turnover on downs at the 49-yard line. Again, 59.7 seconds left for Hopkins to work with. So not a lot of time for them to move the ball downfield. And Hopkins is going to try and throw for it, but it's a quick pass behind the line. And is able to pick up around 8 or 9. The flag was thrown early on in that play, so something tells me that play will not count. There'll probably be a legal procedure of some sort. Actually, I think they're going to call a hold. It is a hold. So regardless, it is an offensive penalty on Hopkins, and that play will not count. That will push the ball back to their own side of the 50. I think they're going to move it all the way back to, where did they put the ball? I think they're going to put it right at around the 45. So that'll be first down and about 15, if you will, from there. Again, now down to 45 seconds and counting. See what Hopkins chooses to do. Again, the quarterback's going to take off and run. The play's worked for him pretty well so far tonight. And they've got down to their own 40. So it'll be close to a first down. Again, the down distance is not quite as important right now as the clock. It's been stopped with 35.3 seconds. I'm not sure if a timeout was called or if the clock stopped due to chains.
Holding on Hopkins.
Or none of the above. Apparently there was another holding flag that I missed. I apologize that I keep missing some of these penalties. Hopkins headed the wrong way in this drive. It'll be first down and probably close to 20 now. With the ball back at their own 40. But the clock is rolling again with 27 seconds left. So again, not a lot of time for Hopkins to work with. They don't seem to be in a hurry. Again, the quarterback's going to take off and see what he can get. He's only able to get about 9 yards. And there's 10 seconds, 10.1 seconds, and that's when a timeout has been called to stop the clock, I believe. And it has been. Down to second down. Second down and about 12, I'd say. But again, there's only 10.1 seconds left, and the ball is right around midfield. So there's time for a few more plays before the half is done. Again, Hopkins up 12-6. So we second down at about 12 for Hopkins. Actually, the ball's not at midfield. It's at their own 49. But again, there's only 10.1 seconds left, which is the major problem here. And the quarterback's going to try and heave it down the field, and it's picked off. And that ball was picked off by Gibbes and taken back to about the 27. And there's still 1.8 seconds left, so Gibbes has a chance to throw one Hail Mary pass before the half is over. Looks like the Hopkins quarterback didn't quite get enough on that one, so it's picked off. Again, there's 1.8 seconds left, so only time for about one play. So 1.8 seconds left, so Gibbes really has time for one Hail Mary play. And then he will line up to heave it. And the half is over, excuse me, not the game. The half is over, and that one didn't have enough juice on it anyway, even if it was caught. Regardless, it falls incomplete, and the half is over. So at the
That's halftime. Score Hopkins 12, Heyward-Gibbes 6. Heyward-Gibbes will receive the kick coming out the second half.
What he said. So we'll keep the stream rolling and just mute it. Again, halftime's usually about 10 to 12 minutes or so. So we'll see you at the beginning of the second half. Looks like we're lined up and ready to go for the second half kickoff, although there's still 1 minute and 24 left on the scoreboard for the countdown to indicate the end of halftime, so I think that's what we're waiting on. So we'll just wait for the last minute 10 to click down on the scoreboard, and then we'll kick off.
No rush on the field. You gotta rush sometimes.
Down under 10 seconds before the buzzer goes off to indicate the end of halftime, so it should be kicking off here shortly. And there's that. Now the rest will come back on the field and we'll get started.
Heyward-Gibbes to receive the kickoff to start the second half.
Thank you very much, Voice Green Above. As he said, Gibbs will get the ball to start the second half. Again, the score is Hopkins 12, Gibbs 6 to start the second half. That kickoff is picked up between the 40 and 35. Gibbs able to run it back to almost midfield. I think the returner made it back to the 49. And that is where Gibbs will start this first possession of the second half. First down and 10 for Gibbs at the 49. At their own 49, I should probably say. A pitch in the backfield to the running back. And there's a lot of room for him. He was able to get a first down on that run. Took it all the way down to the 35. Gain of about 15 or so on the play. So first down is 10 from there at the 35-yard line. Another low snap, and it's looking like they're treating it as a fumble. The quarterback was never able to jump back on it.
Fumble on the snap. Hopkins with the recovery.
That is the case. Similar with that fourth down play, it was a low snap. The quarterback went on his knees to get it, but was never able to corral it. And a Hopkins defender just jumped right in and picked up the ball. So similar to the way the first half started, on Gibbs' first possession, Hopkins is able to get a turnover and get the ball back. So Hopkins will get the ball on offense at around their own 41. Right at the 41, the first down 10 for Hopkins after the turnover. And a whistle's blown. I believe a timeout has been called. And it has. It's an early timeout here. That drive took about a minute and a half off the third quarter clock. We're down to 6:38. Okay, it'll be first down and 10 for Hopkins, starting at their own 41-yard line. There'll be another running play around the right-hand side of the line. It's a hard hit. And there, I think flag came in for a late hit out of bounds. So there was looked to be some hard hitting over there. It came in pretty late, so we'll see what that flag is about. As of right now, there was a run of about 5-yard gain, excuse me. But they are calling an unnecessary roughness penalty on Gibbs.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds on Heyward-Gibbes.
So that should add some more yards to that gain. We'll see where they end up putting the ball. It should be on the other side of the 50 at least. And it will be all the way down to Gibbs' own 40-yard line. So big gain after the penalty, a late hit out of bounds for Hopkins. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 40. Another run up middle. And again, another nice run. He's able to gain about 6, I'd say. Maybe they'll give him 5, but I think they're going to give him 6. Right at around the 34. So it'll be second down at about 4 for Hopkins. And 6 minutes in the third quarter. Again, Hopkins up 12-6. The quarterback will keep it again. Looks like he might try and throw it for a second, but now just going to run for as much as he can, and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Bring up third down at about 4. Actually, it'd probably be safe to say third down at 5. Give or take a few yards. Okay, so third down, about 5. And somebody jumped early. I know Gibbs' play came across the line to see if an offensive player drew him over, or if Gibbs jumped early. And if they did jump early, that might be enough to give Hopkins the first down. We'll see who they call it on. I only saw the Gibbs player move, but that means absolutely nothing. And they are going to call it on Gibbs, so I guess they did move first. And that might be enough.
Offsides on Heyward-Gibbes.
It might give them enough yardage for the first down. And it will be enough to give them the first down. First down via penalty.
So the penalty is the first down.
I just said that. So penalties have aided Hopkins here on their first offensive drive of the second half here. The ball's now down to the 30. And the quarterback will keep it again and run it on the left-hand side. Again, has a lot of room. And it will take it down to the 15, thereabouts. So nice gain on that first down play. So it'll be another first down. I think they're actually going to put it at the 14-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 from about the 14 for Hopkins. Down to 4:24 in the quarter. This one's going to be handed off to the running back. And again, another nice run. He's able to get down to about the 8. I missed the fumble, apparently. I saw some scrambling down there, but I didn't see the ball pop out, but apparently it did. Having another commentator is very helpful sometimes. So apparently there was a fumble there, so the running back was not able to hang on to the ball, so Gibbs will get the ball back, but they will be pinned back very deep in their own territory. They're going to put the ball at around the 8-yard line. So they've got a long way to go. Down to halfway through the third quarter, just reached the 4-minute mark. run play along the left side. That won't go for much, though. I think they gained about 2 at the end of the day, right to about the 10-yard line. So bring down second down at about 8. Another pitch behind the quarterback. And a nice tackle there made by the Hopkins defense. And it ends up being a gain of, again, of about 2. They've taken it to about the 12-yard line now. So that'll probably bring up third down at about 6. Sorry if you can't see all of the sideline angles. It's hard for me to get that angle of the field. Third down at about 6 at about 12 for Gibbes. He's looking to throw it again. And there is an open receiver, and it was caught, and a hit was made, but the tackle wasn't made. And they were able to get a first down after he bounced off the hit and made it all the way down to the 25-yard line. Actually, they're going to put it at the 24-yard line. Still enough for first down. So Hopkins will get a new set of downs. The clock is still rolling down to 2:22 left in this quarter. So run straight up the middle. And a flag comes in at the very end. I did see this flag. We'll see what the flag is about. Right now it's a gain of about 2 or 3, but it's probably not going to stay that way. And they're calling a face mask penalty on Hopkins. So that'll give Gibbes even more yards, probably 15 more.
5-yard face mask added to the end of the line.
Or maybe 5 yards. I don't know how many yards they get penalties in middle school. So that takes the ball all the way down to the 33. So it will be first down from there. Another run play up the middle. Gibbes is finding some nice holes to run through. Going to blow the play dead, excuse me. After a short gain, they've taken the ball to the 34. Gain of about 1, maybe 2. And another flag has come in. I'm not it was way after the play, so I'm guessing a player said something they should not have. And it was thrown around a Hopkins player, so it was probably on them. Actually, they're calling them on both teams. I think there might have been an unpleasant exchange of words.
Offset and unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams.
As I just said. So I think there was an unpleasant exchange of words between players from both teams. That won't impact the yardage because it was offsetting. It should be first down and 10, and it is. Again, the ball's at about the 34, maybe the 33. Thought about throwing it for a second, but ended up running with it and got about 1. Right to about the 35. So it'll be second down at about 9. Down to a minute 26. Again, Gibbes was pinned back very deep in their own territory after the fumble recovery. So they got a long way to drive, and they're taking a lot of clock up. Again, Hopkins still up 12-6. Haven't had any scoring so far in this third quarter. And a whistle has been blown. I think another timeout has been called, and it has. So the clock stopped via timeout with a minute 04 left in this third quarter.
Talk it up, everybody, Eagles, talk it up. Talk it up, everybody, Eagles, talk it up, everybody, Eagles, talk it up, everybody, Eagles, talk it up.
So after the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Gibbs, right at around the 35, with 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter. Maybe another run play. This time we're on the left-hand side, and there was a nice tackle there made by the defense behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of about 3 or 4. They're going to put the ball back at the 34. So maybe only a loss of 1. I thought the tackle was made a little further behind the line. Regardless, it's a loss on the play. Bring it back to 3rd down and now about 10. 28 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Another low snap, but this one was able to be corralled, and another pitch to the running back. This one stopped after a minimal gain of about 1, maybe 2 yards. I'm going to say 2. That should be the last play of the quarter, as we're down to under 10. And we're up to the 36. It is 4th down. 4th down and about 8. And they will not get the play off before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Hopkins 12, Heyward-Gibbes 6.
No scoring in that quarter. A long drive for Hopkins and some few turnovers. And now Gibbs trying to keep this drive alive here on 4th down when we start the 4th quarter. Again, luckily the change in quarters happened when the team driving is around the 50, so we do not have far to go. Again, the ball's around the 36-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 8 for Gibbs. Hopkins still up 12-6. So 4th down, Hopkins looking to get a stop here on defense. Another low snap, but this again was able to be corralled. Quarterback's going to keep it and run up the middle, and he's going to get enough for the 1st down. And the quarterback is able to scramble and keep the drive alive. Now on Hopkins' side of the 50, just over the 50, I believe, around the 49.
1st down, Heyward-Gibbes.
So Gibbs able to keep the drive alive. 1st down and 10, just over midfield at the 49. Another running play, but this one will go for no gain. Actually, a loss of 1 on the play. Actually, maybe a loss of 2. So now back on their own side of the 50 on the other 49. So call it a loss of 2, and now it'll be 2nd down and 12. Was able to get to about the 45, so a gain of about 7. And that'll bring up around 3rd down and about 5. Actually, maybe 6. They need to get to the